Hello, how are you? Hello, can you hear me? Anybody?
Oh, I hear you.
No?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Speakers. Hello.
Hi.
Ah, yes. Eureka, I can hear you now. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
So, what do you think's going to happen this year? Did you stock up on lampuchka? Oh, that's right. You're not in you. Yeah. For Ukrainian people, what do you think? Should they stock up on their lampuchka, their batteries, or you think they should have maybe some generators on their balcony?
I don't know. I don't know what they have to do. Is it cold right now in Kiev?
It is not cold, but I think it will be cold.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was hot it's hot these couple past days.
Mm-hmm.
Very hot.
Okay.
But it's becoming cold every so often, and we might just have a cold winter. Miguel, what do you think? Do you think we're going to have a cold winter this year, or do you think it's going to be like Florida?
Could you repeat?
Do you think the weather in Ukraine, is it going to be like Florida this year, or do you think it's going to be like Siberia?
You mean now?
No, in December.
In December, yes. When we have a lot of snow, I don't remember. Maybe not last year, year before.
Yeah, a year before, I remember. But you know what, like I was talking to Yvonne, every person I talk to, everyone says, everything will, I'm not going to buy any batteries, why should I? And if you go to Caravan, they have their lampuchkas or batteries, heaters, boilers. I see a lot of people buying boilers. I think everyone should be buying flashlights. What do you think? Miguel?
I'm sorry. About what?
Flashlights. Shouldn't be people shouldn't be buying flashlights and batteries. If you go to Caravan in Kiev here, everyone.
Flashlight. What is it? I don't know. Flashlight. It's like to make warmer.
No. You have one on your phone.
It's you mean like I understand it. Okay. Mm-hmm.
But a real flashlight. I think if there's no power for 2 weeks, I think I mean for maybe a couple hours. I don't think you want to be using your phone a lot. I think you need a real flashlight. So. All right, Valerie, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, and yourself?
I'm good. I have power. I have electricity. I have a generator. I have a generator.
Congratulations.
Is it common for people there? Do people have a generator just for backup purposes or some batteries? Do people really, do they stock up? Do you understand what the word stock up is? Stock up?
Yes, I know. You mean that they make some savings, right? They have some alternative sources of energy.
Yes. But you know what? When I'm teaching, people say they refer stock to aksetsia. How do you say this in Ukrainian? Aksets. Maybe it's the same in Russian.
I'm not a Ukrainian.
I know, but you know some words are similar. Yvonne, are you there?
Yeah, tell me.
Aksets. Axis. How do you say stocks in Ukrainian again?
Акции.
I think it's.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Акции, stocks.
Акции. So Valerie, when I say stock up, they thought the stock up on Axie, the stocks, from shares and stocks on the stock market. No, like what you're saying about resources. What do you stock up on?
Well, I don't make any stocks. I mean, alternative source of energy. So I rely on usual standard source of energy, because in Moscow we still have stable sources of energy, and we never have electricity shut off for us, switched off.
electricity shutdowns.
Yeah.
Maybe we can say shutdowns. We can call that
Shutdown. Yeah.
shutdowns. State of emergency. But you know what? Like in Canada, we're always thinking about if worst comes to worst. If worse comes to worse, what can we do? That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? So I'm always stocking up on like lampuchkas, right? Lampuchka, right? Lights and stuff like that.
Light bulbs.
Light bulbs, stuff like that. What about generators? People don't in their dacha. Maybe they don't have a generator. It's not really common to buy one over there.
In our country house, we don't have any generators. So, well, in Moscow region, it's quite stable and
it's stable. Yeah.
So people don't think about the worst. They try to apply their money to more actual needs rather than to some hypothetical problems if they appear in future.
Well, maybe because I'm Canadian, we're always thinking about if worse comes to worse. We have that expression. If worse comes to worse, what do I do? All right, for my other students in here, I have Alexander. Alexander, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And who else is in my class here? Who is this? Who's this person here? Veronica. Veronica, yes? Did I pronounce your name correctly? Veronica. No? Did I say her name wrong?
Вероника.
Oh, Veronica.
Вероника.
Veronica. Как дела? Як шамаешь? Are you here? No? Okay, well, you can listen then. All right, I'll come back. All right, so everyone, today's topic. We're going off topic because I go crazy about lights and lampuchkas and stuff like that. Traveling around in your own country. We had this discussion before, but I want to go maybe more in depth than that. Alexander, where are you from originally? Or where are you from now?
I'm from Belarus.
Oh, Belarus. Oh.
It's near to Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah, I know where it is. Where are you from in Belarus? Let me guess, Minsk? No?
No.
Okay.
Minsk is the capital. I'm from West, Lida. It's a small city.
So what brings you by here? Just trying to improve on your English? Something specific per se? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I just hanging around in vk.com and I saw your link and this class and I've joined. That's it.
Well, thank you for coming then. Well, thank you for coming. So Veronica, I keep saying her name wrong. Can you hear me? Can everyone else hear me? Yes, everyone else. All right. Okay. So today's topic about traveling in your own country. So I'm going to start with Valerie. Valerie, where have you been in Russia this year? Anywhere special?
Well, in summer I went to my native town, which is called Ulan-Ude. It's in Siberia.
Siberia?
Yes. It's quite close to Lake Baikal. And this is the Republic of Buryatia, which actually is a part of the Russian Federation. Yeah.
It's together. It's in unison. It's one.
Pardon?
I said it's part of the whole. When I say the Russian Federation, the unison, or I guess maybe I can say in unison. When I say like in unison, it means together.
Yeah. That's a musical term. Yeah.
In musical term. And how's the weather? I'm thinking it's very cold. Is that just a stereotype, or am I correct?
Well, the climate is sharply continental, so it's a very hot summer and very cold winter. So it's a bloody hell to live there.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
I like that expression. When do you tell the class? When do you usually use this term? Bloody hell. I like that. Can you give us when do you usually use this? Like, not just now, but in general.
Well, in general, it means quite a bad place to live or to stay. So hell is the place where bad people's souls fly after they die, after those people die, and their in hell devils are waiting for them with frying pans. Yes, and they're going to burn them and on the eternal fire.
Internal fire.
Yeah.
Well, but the English like to use bloody hell. Bloody hell. I think they use that term too often. You know, if you're ever watching the Hanko. If you're ever watching British sitcoms, they bloody hell, they say. I think they just use that as an expression. So for you guys who are listening, if you hear that, it's just they're just saying it to say it. It doesn't really mean anything. All right. And what about who else here? Alexander, where have you been in Belarus? Have you gone anywhere special traveling? I heard there's lots.
No, there's not enough place to have fun. It's boring.
It's boring.
Here is boring.
Why would you say that? For me, maybe it'd be very interesting.
No. Have you ever been here?
I can't. I need a visa.
No, forget it. There's nothing to see.
Oh, there has to be something to see. In Transylvania, Romania, I could see Count Dracula. There has to be something I could see in Belarus.
No, I don't think so.
You guys have potatoes, no? It's potato is the national.
I think everybody has potatoes.
I know, but I mean, for Belarus, they have different types of potatoes or something like that. Am I right? They have it's a national. I think it's a national dish, right?
It's a national dish, but I don't think it's really common these days. It's just a regular dish. That's it. Nothing special.
So not even going to Minsk is nothing to do there either, or no? Just
Nothing.
Nothing to do. It sounds so boring.
The difference between this capital, for example, Warsaw and Minsk, Berlin and Minsk. Minsk is quite clean place. Clean.
I wish I could say the same
That's a
about
big
Kiev.
difference. No garbage thrown around. That's a good stuff. But
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah. But there is no interest in.
All right. And what about who's Brujan? Are you there? Brujan. Hello.
Hello.
So you're originally from Kazakhstan. You're living in Dubai there.
Yes.
Now, how do I ask this? Okay, in Kazakhstan, what was the last time you were in Kazakhstan?
It's
When was
very.
the last time you were in Kazakhstan?
It is good place. I think you can meet in Kazakhstan any type of nature. Meet mountain or desert but mostly Kazakhstan field.
Kazakhstan what?
Kazakhstan most part of Kazakhstan is field.
It's field. But
Right.
now there's tourism. I'm sorry, I know about Borat, but after the movie Borat, there's a lot of tourism in Kazakhstan. Do you not agree with that?
A lot of what?
Tourism.
Not so much because it is in tourism is developing.
So what can help Kazakhstan to put more tourism? I mean, people from Kazakhstan, do they like to visit their own country to go around, or would they rather go to another country to visit? Because Kazakhstan's a big country. I looked on the map. Google Maps says it's very big.
Yes, you know, some part of Kazakhstan was on the Silk Way.
On the what?
Silk Way.
What?
Way.
Silk Way?
Yes.
You know what is it, Michael?
No.
It's a way which the merchant woke up from China to the Europe, and when they in the ancient times when they create some maybe special thing.
Oh, the merchants. Okay, all right.
Do you know what is silk? Silk.
Silk is a material.
Yes, it was very expensive and very. Yes, it's very expensive material in the past, in the Asian. So only China was producing this material.
And rice too.
Sorry?
Rice too.
Maybe, but not silk now. So it was from the China. It was going to another part of the Asia and Europe, right?
Okay, so it was the pathway to there. All right, to travel. Okay.
So this way was passing through Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, to Iran, to Byzantium, to the countries.
I understand.
So you can meet Asian constructors here, from the Middle Earth.
From the Middle Earth, from the center there.
From the Middle Age.
Middle Ages. Okay. And Valerie, you know, a lot of people I talk to, they don't like their own country in terms of traveling. They like to visit other countries. Don't you think people should learn more about the country where they're from first instead of learning about other countries? What do you think?
You asking me?
No, Valerie, but Valerie's mic is muted. I don't know. So
maybe Valerie is absent. Barjan, maybe we can make it a short name for you. It's more simple to pronounce. Okay, it will be simple for Michael, I think. Maybe I see you use Baur. Yes.
I say Barjan. Am I Baru? I say Baru.
Yes, Baur.
It's helped you.
Bar. We don't have in English. We don't have this type of construction. We have ba, but you are together. No, we don't. You're urologist maybe for you are bar. I hear bar, but I'm saying it incorrectly. Mike? No, Mike. No. That's my name. No, sorry.
Michael, listen.
Yeah. Baujan, no?
Yes, Baujan.
Baujan. Okay, I'll try. I'll try. You know me, with Russian, Ukrainian names, Eastern Europe, very difficult for me. Very difficult. All right, let's continue. Where was my thought? Again, now, see what happened? I lost my thought. All right, so, Alexander, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
I think people should learn about their own country than other countries. I mean, I talk to a lot of Ukrainian people, for instance. They want to visit other countries, but they don't know anything about their own country. Don't you think this is a problem?
I agree with you, but I've been in Ukraine several times. It's pretty good. It was pretty good. They have sea. They have a little mountain.
Carpathian.
Tatra, maybe it's a Ukraine part of Carpath.
I know Carpathian in Ivonic.
No, Tatra, maybe Tatra.
Tatra.
I'm good at math, especially in Ukraine. But I like this country. But they have sea and mountain.
They have a Black Sea.
Yeah. Black Sea, yeah.
Well, it's a big country, but the problem is like a lot of people, they don't know anything about their own country, and like, you know, they all want to visit other countries. I think because they watch too much of the Travel Channel. I think that's a big problem. I think advertisement does this, because in Canada we know a lot about our own country. You know what I mean? We don't need to
Countries
go.
are huge.
Canada's a huge country.
Yeah, like you say, it's a
Bigger.
huge country from
Bigger.
east coast and west.
The second largest country after Russia.
Yeah.
Oh.
You
And-
can't get bigger than Russia, that's for sure. Russia's the biggest.
And Russia's lost Central Asia, Ukraine, Belarus, and still it's the biggest.
How many time zones does Russia have again? 20?
I think
How
maybe
many-
9.
Pardon?
Time zones.
Time zones. About 9 maybe.
Maybe it was 11, but now it's 9. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
All right, so for Russian people, for Valerie, this is a question for you. Well, where do they usually go? I mean, are they more interested in visiting to other countries, or do they want to learn about their own country more, to places to visit, monuments, castles, historic places? Or are they too intrigued by advertising to go to another country? Because, you know, tourism is a lot of money. People tell me, like, Sochi, it's dead to go there. They told me Sochi is like Silent Hill or Resident Evil. Nobody's there. Is this true?
The last time I was in Sochi was 10 years ago, probably. So of course it was an absolutely different situation, and it was quite a cheap travel there, and we paid quite little for renting a flat, for example, and the prices were lower than in Moscow. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm not aware well of the present situation in Sochi, but they say that of course the prices have gone up and it's quite an expensive travel to Sochi nowadays.
Yeah, I don't know
And,
why. I mean, they got Crimea now. I think Crimea was cheap back in the day when I went.
Well, the Crimea is notorious for its dirty beaches, you know.
It's dirty. I'll agree with you.
Yeah. It's so people nowadays. Russian tourists pay attention to the service, so they are being pampered in Turkey, in Egypt, and when they travel around Russia, their country, they compare the conditions of stay in Turkey and Egypt, and of course it's much better. It's much better, and it's sometimes cheaper to go to Turkey or Egypt than to travel about Russia.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's due to package tours, but actually the situation is changing, and these package tours are becoming more and more expensive. But still, and I support that majority of people, and I prefer to travel abroad rather than to travel about Russia, because
But
for
you're
me
not
Russia
supporting.
Russia is not interesting for me in terms of traveling. Well, I've traveled by train through all Russia from my native town Ulan-Ude to Moscow, and so it takes 5 days to travel by train.
Holy cow!
So I've seen it's horrible, and I've seen all Russia from the window of the train, and the views were not very picturesque, yeah, so to say.
It wasn't Walt Disney, no.
Yeah, for sure it wasn't.
But
So
do you think it's because, like, in Russia, there's only development in certain areas, and other developments, it's just villages? I've never been to Russia. First of all, I need a visa. Second of all, my Russian's not good enough to talk to people. I might find trouble. You never know, right? Do you think it's just underdeveloped, where just people don't care about the areas? Because it's a big country. It's too big to manage, I think.
yeah, maybe it lies in the national character. So, for example, well, it's been for ages. For example, there were German settlements in Moscow many centuries ago, and I read a book about some foreign travelers, or maybe they were Russian writers who wrote that you could easily guess which street it was, a Russian street or a German street in Moscow. If you entered a Russian street, it was very dirty, there was pigs or swines splashing in muds, there was noise and very bad smell. And if you went to a German street, it was very clean, clean plants everywhere, order, no drunk people.
No drunk people? Oh, well.
Yeah.
Alexander,
hard-working people.
Alexander, you don't agree. Why don't you agree? What do you think?
Because I visited some Germany cities, not far away. And I've lived. I have a week in Hamburg. In Berlin, I was several times in last year. It's not very clean there. It's not very clean. Maybe it was clean, but now I beg to differ.
Maybe I don't know why.
Of course, it's much cleaner than Moscow, but not clean, not as clean as
not
in
as
Belarus.
clean as.
Maybe because of crowds of immigrants.
Yeah.
Not
Could
only
be.
German live now in Germany.
A lot of Turkish people there.
Well, it looks like you guys, remember, we have different mentalities. So even Alexander, like you said, you don't care for Belarus for traveling in there like that. But I mean, my kind of thing is if you don't care, Chester the Henkel, who's this cat? Honestly, if you don't care about tourism, it won't develop. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure. In Canada, what can Canadians do in Canada? Does anyone have an idea what Canadians can do in a country like Canada? Maybe you heard something.
You have wild nature.
And you have wild nature in Belarus, right? You got Mishkas going around, don't you?
Nah.
What happened to the Mishkas?
I don't know, they have gone, maybe.
They have gone. They disappeared. They
To Russia.
disappeared. I need to hear more of an accent there.
Of course, I wanted to have our country like a big in tourism, but we don't have any architecture. Really interesting architecture. It's like
there's my architecture right there.
I understand, but
My cat.
I've seen some really good sample of architecture, like in Spain, for example, in Barcelona, Gaudi and something like that.
But who wants to see like the Eiffel Tower? So many. Oh wow, it's the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, here. Wow, really nice. Okay, let's all go home now. We've seen the Eiffel Tower. We've had a lot of expensive French food. They had nice frogs. Let's all go back home. You know, for me, it's just, big deal. But in Canada, maybe we can do more than the average Joe, not just seeing something. So we have wildlife. But is that good if we just have wildlife? I mean, bears in Canada, cougars are very, how can we say this? They're very dangerous. So if you're going, you need to have a gun on you. What about Mishka attacks in Russia? Hey, Valerie, I heard people been attacked by bears in Russia. Is this true?
Yeah, it might be true. Russia is a huge country, and of course, in a deep forest or in taiga, bears attack people. Of course, it doesn't ever happen in Moscow region. But But yeah, deep in the country, in thick forests, anything can happen. Especially in late autumn, when some bears haven't accumulated enough weight, enough fat,
They
so
like
they're
salmon.
angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're angry and they roam about searching for some food, and so they can attack it.
Scavenging. Scavenging.
Yeah, scavenging. Yes, and so they can you know, trot onto the territory of a settlement and try to seize some cattle, and of course they can attack people and eat
Can you have a
them.
gun?
Me?
No, can you? I want to shoot this Mishka. If a Mishka comes at me, I want to shoot this Mishka. Are you allowed to have a gun on you, or you can't? A licensed gun?
Well, of course you need to have a license. If you go hunting, yeah, you must have a license, yeah, for a hunting gun, or rifle.
Canada. What else does Canada? I like can't talk about Canada. People. What else? Valerie, do you know anything else we can do in Canada? Maybe you heard something. You probably heard something. Tell us. What do Canadians do in Canada?
About what?
What they like to do in Canada for traveling, for going around, for spending their time. Lots of stuff to do. Maybe you heard something. Anything?
I think that the Canadians are very close to nature, so they love trekking. Yes, in somewhere in the forest or in the mountains, camping.
Camping, yeah. We like to camp.
Yeah, yeah.
For days. 5 days, 6 days.
Going on picnics.
Picnics? Yep. Does anyone know our castles? No one heard about our Castle Loma? No? Never? No one heard about that? CN Tower?
No.
But you guys heard about the CN Tower, I presume so. No?
Sears. Yeah, Sears
No.
Tower.
No, that's in America. CN Tower. Wait, I pressed the wrong thing here. Barjan, you know the CN Tower. Tell us what is it?
Yes, you told me. It was highest building in all over the world.
It was.
It was.
It was the highest. Yes.
Yeah. It is in Toronto, right?
Yeah, sure. But you could go inside it. Does anyone know what you can do inside the CN Tower besides looking? Nobody knows?
I think you have some restaurants there, and
Yeah!
maybe and swimming pool, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know about a pool, but I know we have a restaurant in there last time I was in there.
Restaurants we have definitely.
Yeah. And what's so unique about the restaurant? Does anyone know? There's something very unique about it. Nobody knows? Nobody knows? It spins around. It goes around and around in circles. That's cool. That's really good to see. But, I mean, the thing is with Canada, you have the Atlantic Ocean, and then you have the Pacific Ocean, right? So you can go on either side. There's a lot of things to see in the Atlantic side. But Barjan, tell us more about Kazakhstan. Come on, there's got to be other things to do in Kazakhstan.
You want to know? Say me. I'm ready to discuss you.
All right, speak.
To know exactly. I can say Canada has 2 oceans, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, on either side, sure. Yeah.
Pakistan has no one ocean. It is the biggest country in the world who doesn't have exit to the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you want? I want to say you. I wanted to say you.
All right. But in Kazakhstan, what can the average person? What do they do in Kazakhstan in terms of trying to discover their country? What does the government do? Do they do anything to let them, help boost the economy? There has to be something. Nothing at all?
Can you say again, please?
Let me rephrase it. What do Kazakhstan people, how else do they visit other cities? What other cities are there to visit? Maybe you can tell us other cities you visit in Kazakhstan and what you found interesting about it.
Well, the culture, we have culture capital. It calls Almaty.
Okay.
Almaty is located on western southern western part of Kazakhstan.
Okay, and what can you do there? What can you see? Tell me, what did you do there? You tell us your experience.
Very beautiful place. Very beautiful place. Almaty has very big mountains. The mountain up to 7 kilometers.
Oh, like the Alps.
Yes, it's very big mountains. So you can in the winter time you can ski, right?
You can ski.
Yes, you can ski.
So why don't other people from different countries do they come to ski, or they don't know about this?
They know, but it is not developed as, for example, in Switzerland.
Oh yeah, Switzerland. That's it's expensive too.
For example, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's not well known. But the infrastructure is very good infrastructure for developing tourism there.
There, correct. So Alexander, tell us another city you've been to in Belarus and what you've done there and why you went there, and maybe something we don't know, because I don't know much about Belarus. Like I said, I need a visa to go there.
I often visited Grodno.
Grodno? Okay, where is this located?
I have a friend. He lives there. I've never been to Mogilov, where I was there just once. My sister has married.
My sister married there, right?
Yeah, married there. Yeah, but it's 400 kilometers from me, and this direction I don't often go there, because I often go to Poland and Lithuania. It's in the west.
So you're going to you're going to Europe a lot, I guess. You're going to
not a lot, but maybe once a month, maybe something like that.
So you mean to say if you were like living in Poland, you would have probably more to do than what you can find in Belarus?
Maybe. It's difficult to say.
I don't know. I was in Poland. I was in Krakow. It was very dark. Krakow is a very dark city for some reason. There's no lights at nighttime. It's like you need night vision goggles. Is it the same in Belarus, where it's very dark at nighttime, or do they have enough lights?
Maybe in Minsk it's more lighter, but on average I think it's kind of dark.
It can be dark.
Yeah.
I need a candle. I need a candle.
Or a flashlight.
Or a flashlight. A lampuchka, right? Something like that. And Valerie, maybe in another city you've been to, you can tell us. Chester, you haven't been anywhere. Chester, shh. Thank you. Valerie, anywhere else you've been to and you can tell us your experience maybe? Because, hey, you know, you said Russia's a very big country.
Another city in Russia. Well, I've been to St. Petersburg naturally. Again, it was a long time ago, maybe 15 years ago.
How is it
Now
different than Moscow?
Well, St. Petersburg is a big city, but of course it's much smaller than Moscow. Personally, I don't like St. Petersburg.
Why? They say it's historical. Like, not historical, but it was like the capital.
It's a historical, yeah, it's the so-called cultural capital of Russia.
Yes, I hear that a lot.
Yeah, but there are a lot of contradictions and a lot of arguments which can destroy this term.
This term you said? I don't understand this term.
Yeah. I mean that St. Petersburg is often called the cultural capital of Russia, but there are a lot of arguments which can destroy this term. Due to some football hooliganism, due to a lot of racist attacks in St. Petersburg against students from Africa, from Asian countries. Well, I don't like St. Petersburg because it's a gloomy country, a gloomy city due to the climate, you know.
Is it colder, right?
Yeah, well, it's damper, I should say, wetter.
Wet.
Yeah, windy. Yes, this city was built on swamps by Peter the First, and so the humidity is very high, and it's windy, wet, damp. So it's a bloody hell.
Are you scared to travel from city to city in Russia? Do you feel, you know?
I don't often travel. Well, as I said before, I travel only abroad, either abroad or to my native town. So it's a long time since I went somewhere to another Russian city. So yeah, and yeah, when I was in St. Petersburg, I was badly impressed by this huge difference between palaces, you know, luxurious palaces, and next to them there are St. Petersburg slums, communal flats where people live, those dirty yards, you know.
I heard about this.
Yeah, I stayed with my friend. He lived in a communal flat or a communal room, and the toilet is in the lobby. It's a common toilet for one and the same toilet for 20 flats.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, one toilet for, I don't know, for 100 people.
Well, this is not good at all.
Yeah, it's terrible. When I tried to go there, when I opened the door, you know, a swarm of flies, you know, flew out of this room, and I was attacked by that smell, as if nobody had cleaned there for a year.
Oh,
of course, I couldn't enter that toilet. Yeah, shame on me, shame on me. I had to wait until the dark, and then I went outside, you know, to the nearest park where I just, you know, how to say, accomplish my needs. So yeah.
You did your job.
Yeah, I did my very important job. It was vital for my health, you know. So I had no choice. Yeah. So I don't have very good recollections of St. Petersburg. You know, it's on the contrary. St. Petersburg people don't like Moscow. They say that it's bloody hell to live, and Muscovites think the same of St. Petersburg.
It's vice versa, eh?
Yeah, vice versa.
And Barjan, what about danger? Are you scared to travel from city to city in Kazakhstan, or you don't? Do you feel safe, or do you take any precaution? Do you feel safe?
Yes, I didn't meet any trouble when I travel from one city to another.
No Tatushki?
Tatushki? What's mean?
No one knows Tatushki. No one knows no. No one heard about this. No. Tatushki. It's like I think it's Ukrainian. It's these people who work for the government and they attack people. You know, like those type of people. Usually, you'll find them at protests, and but they work on the government side. They attack people. They look like me and
what
you.
For? What for?
So that people don't protest.
Yeah, it's from Ukrainian. Yeah.
I think it's a
But
Ukrainian.
I think they're just gangsters, and political is just to have a good point of view.
I thought it was people from Trieste, from Kiev, but no one knows where Trieste is. Well, what about for you, for Alexander? Do you feel safe going to city? Maybe does that stop you from traveling, or is it safe? Do you think?
It's a pretty safe place here, because a lot of police officers walking around.
Why are there a lot of police officers walking around? And not in their machina?
Just to have people controlled.
So is there a problem then? Because there has to be so many police officers? No.
There is no problem because a lot of police officers walking around.
In Canada,
they just prevent.
In Canada, we have police on horses.
No.
We don't. You don't have that kind of thing there, no?
No.
I have a. 1 second. To get a picture here, but it's a very, very big horse. So I mean, in terms of crime, what's the worst that could happen to you? Someone can just steal your wallet or something?
Maybe if you meet some drunk guys, and they would know that you're American or English speaker, for example.
Yeah.
Maybe it can be kind of a dangerous situation, because some guys not have a good behavior, you know.
I understand. So I would be a target.
Yeah, maybe. They're just drunk people.
Oh yeah, it's the same in Ukraine. I'm well, not originally from Kiev, but I live in Kiev. It's the same in Kiev. You have to know the good parts and the bad parts. We have an expression, you could be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
So even in your city, is there parts that you avoid not to go to? You avoid places to go? What are some bad places?
I know some bars where it's kind of dangerous to go.
Can be dangerous to go.
Yeah.
I don't go to bars, so maybe that's why I'm safe.
Wild West bar.
Wild West.
Yeah, if you go there, you have to put your wrist, how it's called, mouth guard and wrist straps, your head guard, and go there.
You have to be protected.
Have to protect it, yeah.
I don't know. What about for you, Bajan? I don't think in Kazakhstan you go to bars. I don't think you drink.
Yes, I don't drink. But of course, you can meet the same like in Belarus. Our guys also is very hot.
Like
guys in the Russia.
We have a bad connection here.
like guys in the Russia or in Belarus, when they are drunk, you know, it is maybe it's bad traditional when wedding some wedding is going, it is some guys
Can everyone?
some guys
Valerie, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
Michael.
Guys, we seem to have a connection problem here. So if you can hear me, please say I can hear you.
I can hear you.
I can.
Okay. I don't know what the problem is, but sorry.
Michael, again, let me say, it is a very bad tradition, I think. When some, hello, Michael. Michael.
Hello.
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 Just we have a connection problem here, so if you can hear me, please say I hear you.
Yes.
I can hear.
Yeah.
Okay, but I can't hear anybody. Okay, all right. Bojan, you can continue talking. I really didn't hear what you were saying because, unfortunately, we had some connection issues.
So, on the wedding, some guys certainly will fight with another guys. Do you understand me?
I heard wedding with another guy. That's all I heard. We had connection problems. If you can say that again.
Some guys fights with another guys on the wedding. When he became drunk,
Yes.
we start to fight with another guys.
Okay, so they try to fight with other guys. I understand. Okay. Well. But going city to city, I don't think you're going to have a big problem. I think Kazakhstan is pretty much more safe than some cities in America.
Yes.
And Valerie, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so, and I don't know. I mean, how do you protect? I mean, even in Moscow, there's some places you avoid some dangerous parts. How do you know when danger lurks?
Well, well, for me, Moscow is quite a safe quite a safe city, and because there are a lot of policemen everywhere, and Muscovites are not liable to get into fights, into brawls. But of course, you should shun away from dark streets, somewhere
From
in the
what?
from dark streets.
Is Moscow well lit though, or are you gonna find dark places
There are some dark streets, of course, in the suburbs.
No lights at all?
Well, there could be some such streets. Well, there aren't so many of them, but there could be somewhere in the suburbs and on the outskirts of the city. And of course, it's a bad idea to go for a walk late at night alone.
Someone's waiting for you, eh? No?
Yeah, someone can be waiting. Yeah. Should shun away from some gangs, you know, united by a national criteria. So there are some issues, of course, because some, you know, Caucasian people get together and they sometimes attack Russian people, you know. So it does happen sometimes. So you should be, you shouldn't be, you should be, you know, away from these roles.
Well, maybe it's good to have pepper spray. You never had pepper spray on you? Usually I have pepper spray for dogs. And cats that don't behave.
Yeah, I rely on my fast legs.
Fast. Go, gadget, go.
Yeah, run, Valerie, run.
Yeah, well, hey, I don't know. The only time I would take pepper spray was for dogs, because we have a lot of dogs in Kiev, and sometimes they can be aggressive. But I don't want to spray a dog, you know, to get it into its eyes. It's not really good. But you know, the last thing I want is a dog to bite me, because you never know if it has rabies. I mean, in Moscow, do you still have that dog problem, or that doesn't exist anymore?
It still exists. It still exists.
I heard they use the dogs for shawarma. Is this true?
Shawarma?
Yeah.
I think that these are bad rumors. I heard. Yeah. I heard.
I know it was cats. It wasn't dogs. It was cats, I think. I don't know which one it was.
There, of course, if you think logically, there is no point, because cats don't have much meat. Yeah.
Fat.
Don't have much fat or meat, so it's no point.
I don't know. I have a big cat. I have a big Mishka right there, so he would be. I think he would be good for soup. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe good for borscht.
I heard of rats that there are a lot of rats in Moscow, and they attack those places where shawarma is fried, and so they eat some meat. You know, they urinate into tomatoes, you know, cabbage, other herbs, vegetables, and people eat shawarma with rat urine. So.
Oh God, I don't know. I thought the last was.
And in Moscow, in one area, in Sokol area, I noticed that when you come up to the shawarma, the shawarma place to buy shawarma, and every time I notice big rats, you know, running here and there, here and there, around this shawarma place. Gosh.
They're running with the shawarma.
Yeah. And they are not afraid. God, they're not afraid of people. They're not afraid.
Oh God!
I hate. Yeah, I hate rats so much. So and then it takes me. Yeah, it takes me 3 days to come to myself after that.
Oh God! The worst was when I saw a rat in Kentucky Fried Chicken. It was so battered up in that green brown stuff that they thought it was chicken, but it was mouse. Anyways, everyone, I don't know how it ends with all this disgusting stuff about fried mice. But everyone, hey, it was good to talk to everyone. So let's explore more of our countries more. Please look at my profile as well and visit the Amilingo page on contact if you get a chance. So for everyone, it was good. We'll see you next Thursday. And Bajan, I'll see you after this class.
Bye.
Bye for now.